1856, the issue of slavery's expansion dominated American politics. All eyes looked to Kansas Territory, where the question was whether it enter the Union as a free or slave state. But for newly minted Kansans such as John Brown, the issue would be settled with guns, not debate. On May 21, 1856, Lawrence, Kansas Territory, was raided and burned by 750 pro-slavery men. John Brown's 2 abolitionist rifle companies never made it to the town's defense. In response, Brown and a handful of his followers committed the infamous Potawatomi Massacre, killing 5 pro-slavery settlers with artillery broadswords and sparking terror across the country. 24-year-old Henry Clay Pate, a former Virginian, led the pro-slavery Westport Sharpshooters. They had been plundering Kansas territorial settlements at Franklin and Palmyra as retribution for the Potawatomi killings. They set out to capture Brown and his men, basing their operations from an old campsite along the Santa Fe Road, a place known as Blackjack. But Pate underestimated his older opponent. Brown heard that Pate's men were evicting Free State settlers at Osawatomie, his hometown. Brown went on the attack. On June 2, 1856, the American Civil War arguably began, though the Southern cannons would not blast Fort Sumter into submission for another 5 years. Almost 100 men fought a 3-hour pitched battle that ended with Pate's pro-slavery forces surrendering to John Brown. This fight became known as the Battle of Blackjack. After the smoke cleared, Pate would say, "I went to take Old Brown, but Old Brown took me."